Welcome in. Denver police say one of their officers shot a suspect at a house party this month. Today, they confirmed an officer also shot one of the victims. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jennifer Meckles.
I'm Alexandra Lewis. This happened at a massive house party earlier this month where 3 people were shot. All of them are still alive and recovering. 9 News reporter Jeremy Hohola breaks down what we've learned today. Hi, Jeremy.
Yeah, hi there. This was another case of teenagers resorting to gun violence during some sort of argument at a house party full of 50 people. Police responded to a home in Green Valley Ranch in the early morning hours on November 2nd, which was a Sunday. This was on Biscay Court near 51st. They heard people fighting and then multiple gunshots. According to police, a suspect seen with a gun ran towards officers. An officer fired at that suspect several times. Today, we've learned, in addition to the 17-year-old suspect being hit by police gunfire, another person was hit by a police bullet based on forensic evidence. In all, 3 people, including the suspect, were shot that night. Here's how police describe it.
Recently, our crime lab completed analysis on a round that was recovered from one of the 2 individuals. That round was forensically linked to the firearm discharged by the involved officer. While this confirms that the officer's firearm caused that injury, it still doesn't clarify the precise point in the sequence of events when that injury was sustained.
The suspect's name has not been released because he is a juvenile. In the meantime, he has been charged with multiple counts of assault. Again, all 3 people shot that night are alive and they are recovering. Alex, back to you.
I think as we hear the details, the most disheartening part is that this is a 17-year-old. This is a kid.
Yeah, and this was a teenager party, and when you watch that body camera footage, it was absolutely chaos. It was dark, lots of gunfire, so there's still lots to sort through here.
Scary stuff. Yeah. Jeremy, thank you for that.
Well, the busiest travel season of the year has arrived. We're taking a live look at a DIA today. Workers are starting to prepare for what they expect will be massive crowds. DIA says a surge in Thanksgiving travel traffic will last all the way through December 1st. They expect more travelers than last year over the next 10 days. Upwards of 845,000 people, they believe, will go through checkpoints. That's up nearly 10% from last year. The airport is guessing that the busiest days will be next Tuesday before Thanksgiving, the 25th, and next weekend as people travel home on the 29th and the 30th. November weather finally showed up, arriving overnight. It's been a real gloomy day here in Denver with a couple sprinkles of rain this morning. Chris Bianchi joins us now. It's finally acting like it.
Yeah, it finally feels like November, doesn't it, here, Jenny and Alex? It's felt like, I don't know, Southern California fall, but we're finally getting a bit more of that cooler feel to things. And by the way, I know the perpetual question, I know the reason you're all tuning into the weather, it seems like, based off my comments right now, is when's it finally going to snow in Denver? I think we're close here, folks. I know we're not getting snow on Sunday or Monday. We're not getting snow most likely in the next 5-6 days. But, folks, I think we're getting pretty close. I think we're a storm or 2 away. Meantime, I-70 corridor, notice this, these kind of dark clouds up here by the Loveland ski area. These are convective, so it kind of looks like a thunderstorm up there. Same mechanism that leads to thunderstorms in the summer. That is what's leading to snow for us in the mountains right now. Starting to see a few breaks of sunshine here in the Denver area, but still mainly cloudy. Still some pretty prime soup weather on this Friday. Still a few snow showers for us out by Teller County, Highway 24 up by Woodland Park, seeing some snow showers right now. Eastern Plains much calmer than we were a few hours ago. Snow showers will continue over the next few hours. Those will taper on down, and those temperatures mid to upper 40s for us right now across the metro area. But these temperatures are going to take a notable spike for tomorrow. Then rain and snow returns for Sunday and Monday, and then keeping an eye on perhaps our coldest day of the season next week and next weekend. I'll tell you all about it coming up in my full forecast.
Thanks, Chris. Weather conditions were good last night for a prescribed burn in Rocky Mountain National Park. Temperatures dropped over the fire with light precipitation. Fire crews stayed on the scene today for mop-ups for operations. There is still a closure from Bear Lake Road to Deer Ridge Junction for firefighter access and safety. This is just into the newsroom here this afternoon. Multiple defendants, including Chauncey Billups, charged in an illegal gambling case, could be discussing plea deals.
Yeah, according to new court documents obtained by NBC News, several of the defendants have had productive discussions for a plea deal without a trial. Unclear which of the 31 people charged will actually get a plea deal. Billups and some others have pled not guilty to charges from rigging poker games. It's also unclear if the plea deal would include cooperation agreements to testify in other cases. All of the defendants in the case are expected to appear in court next week for a status conference. Let's take a live look at the White House tonight. There is more construction happening at Pennsylvania Avenue. Today, new video shows construction crews working on the north lawn, building what the White House says is a temporary guest entrance for Christmas tours this year. Normally, tours would go through the East Wing, but President Donald Trump has demolished the wing to make room for a 90,000 square foot ballroom. Ukraine said today it is working with the U.S. delegation on the new peace plan backed by the president.
Russia's Kremlin says that it hasn't seen details of the plan, but urged Ukraine to make a responsible decision. Yamit Chalcindor has more.
Tonight, President Trump pressuring Ukraine to accept the terms of a 28-point peace plan to end the country's war with Russia by next Thursday.
If things are working well, you tend to extend the deadlines, but Thursday is, we think, an appropriate time.
The plan offers some U.S.-backed security guarantees for Ukraine, while also incorporating several conditions seen as favorable to Russia, including forcing Ukraine to give up territory to Russia, reducing the size of the Ukrainian military, and blocking Ukraine from ever joining NATO. In a Friday radio interview, President Trump said Ukraine cannot hold off Russia for much longer.
They will lose in a short period of time.
The whole of Donbass?
They're losing land. They're losing land.
Russian President Putin said he believes the plan could, quote, be used as the basis for a final peace settlement, but speculated that Ukraine is against it. In an address to his country, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky called it a very difficult choice, saying Ukraine faces, quote, either the loss of dignity or the risk of losing a key partner in the U.S. European allies walking a tightrope.
But we have to work from where we are to the just and lasting peace. I know that's what President Trump wants, and he's been working to that end. But we must reiterate the principle that matters about Ukraine must be determined by Ukraine.
Ukraine has long insisted ceding additional territory to Russia is a non-starter. President Zelensky saying, I will present arguments, I will convince and offer alternatives, but we will definitely not give the enemy a reason to say that Ukraine does not want peace. A U.S. official says this is the first time a U.S. and European protection plan for Ukraine has been on the table in peace negotiations, though the exact terms and conditions of that agreement have not been worked out. Yamit Chalcindor, NBC News, Washington.
Tomorrow, people in need of a Thanksgiving meal will have the chance to get one. The Adams County Sheriff's Office is partnering with Food Bank of the Rockies to put on their annual Operation Freebird event. Distribution will happen at Mountain States Toyota on West 70th Avenue. This year, they're looking to serve 1,500 families, but you've got to get there early if you want to grab those food boxes. Starts at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning at the Mountain States Toyota in Denver. There will also be a number of free services at the event, as well as like dental screenings, even flu shots.